In TTD, there are a lot of units that you probably forgot about, or just not many people really want to get. However, they're honestly underrated. They're really good. So, let's make a list of the top 10 most underrated units, which I'm probably not even going to have in a particular order. Just because something's a number 1 most underrated unit doesn't actually mean it's more, no, underrated. Doesn't mean it's more underrated than other units on this list, because I'm not really keeping track, since I just got this idea and I have some units in mind, and I'm just going with the flow. So, I don't know if this is really going to be in a particular order. I think I'll just rank them in the order in which I remember them. So let's just start off with a unit that, bro, when this unit first came out, it was like the main craze. This was like a big craze when it first came out. However, people just forgot about it after it went on sale, and that unit is the Scientist TV Man. Bro, I remember when this first came out, like, it was the thing that, like, everybody was trying to get. Everybody wanted a Scientist TV Man. However, ever since it got taken off sale, like, people still use it, people still use it, I guess, but people just don't really care about it anymore. So, I mean, it's still a really OP unit, especially considering it never got nerfed after, like, the million bucks they gave it. It never actually got nerfed. Bro, this unit is actually OP. Like, first off, it's super cheap. The max level is only 6k, which is really good, and the other levels are very cheap. It's a very cheap unit to max out. Very cheap. It does not cost anything. Which I think is really good. That makes it really OP, in my opinion. Or at least sort of good. However, what really makes me think this unit is the best is that at max level, I should probably turn off the sound effects to be honest. At max level, this unit does splash damage. Not only does this guy's thing have a lot of, but also the splash damage. Now, this unit's very unique because it's the only one that builds a wall. When it was added, it was unique, and it still is, since it's still the only unit that places a wall. And it has a lot of health. So that's a lot of damage. It also, at max level, it does splash damage, which is honestly just sort of insane. It is actually insane at max level. Like, let me show you. I know I could place the Halo TV woman right now, but I just want to show you the pure amazingness of the Scientist TV Man. Look, it does splash damage. It throws things down, it does splash damage, which is actually really good for the Scientist TV Man. It's actually really good. That's a lot of damage, because it also does basic bullet damage like it always does, but it's also splash damage. So not even counting this guy's lot of health, this is the amount of damage it can do to toilets before it goes away. And that's a lot of damage. That is 250,000, which is a lot of damage. It technically does 250,000 DPS if you really think about it. Even when the toilets aren't touching, its CPS is still really good. The CPS is still pretty good, even when users are touching it. And then you think that when toilets do touch it, I meant toilets, it's just really good. It's a really good unit. I don't know. To be honest, I do think number 10, even though I just ranked it because it was the first one I remembered. I mean, honestly, it's not that insane. Like, it's not absolutely insane. It's a really good starter unit. It is underrated, I'd say. Though at the same time, it's just not that insane. I don't think it's insane enough to be the most underrated thing, since I'd say I guess those things even more underrated. I don't know. I think this is a good spot for it at number, what was it? Yeah, number 10. Number 9. What's the 9th most underrated thing in the entire game? I don't see anybody using this. I don't know why. I don't know why people don't use the boosters. Because honestly, they're really good. The announcer cameraman. Honestly, I don't get why people don't use this. That's what I want to know. Why don't people use the announcer cameraman? Like, honestly, it's really good. The announcer is really good, you know? it makes students cooldown 20% less. I know the DJTV man is better, and since pretty much all YouTubers have it, you never see YouTubers actually using it, because all YouTubers have the DJTV man, which is just infinitely better. Oh yeah, and I forgot this guy can regenerate health. He is actually kind of OP. But yeah, honestly though, the announcer does a lot. Like, let's think about this. What, 5 times? I need to remember that 5 times 10 is 100. But yeah, that means that if the announcer affected 5 units, wouldn't that be doubling the routine strength? I don't know. I just think it's really good. I'd say Scientist TV Man might be a bit better for like overall damage. Though I guess it doesn't really have to be in a particular order, I guess. And you know, I do see less people using the announcer than this guy, so I don't think it really matters anyway. So anyway, what's next? What is the next thing? To be honest, I don't even know. Like, I just had an idea and was like so excited that I just didn't really think about things. Though I think I'm about to. Oh my! It hit me. It just hit me like 1,000 bricks. I may or may not have copied a theorizer and that theory made the Robinsons he made when he said that. But yeah, it just hit me. This unit is insanely underrated. I don't even think it deserves to be number 8. Like, this should be number 1, but we're not doing this in any particular order, so let's just say it. This might honestly be the most overrated unit in the entire game, or one of them. Number 8, one of the most overrated, really overrated unit in this game, even one of the most, honestly, but we're not doing this in a particular order, has got to be the Titan Drill Man. Bro, how? I don't know, like, people think that the Clockman is better than the Drill Man. The reason for that is mostly because the Clockman does do double the DPS as a Drill Man, and you think for only 100 more Robux cost, you'd think that was really good. You'd think that there's no reason to get the Drill Man. Until you take in a completely different factor. Cost. The Titan Clockman costs a lot to get to max level. Well, the Titan Drill Man, in total, combining all of the levels, only costs $10,000. Combining every single level the Titan Drill Man has and the base cost to place it down, it's 10K. However, even just the max level of the Titan Clockman, not even taking in all the other levels, just the max level, is double that, 20K. You know, that is not good price-wise. That means that the Titan Clockman costs way less than double. Costs way less than 50%. It costs less than half. Way less than half of what the Titan Clockman costs. And for only half the damage, that's actually really good. And considering that also costs less Robux, you are just way better off buying that, in my opinion. Like, honestly, for how much it costs, it does a lot of DPS. For 10K, 25K is not that bad. For 10,000 DPS, for that amount of DPS, honestly, it's not that bad. It's really not. So I'd say it definitely deserves to at least be on the list. It definitely should be on the list. That's all I'm gonna say. Definitely needs to be on this list. So here we are. And what is my next spot gonna be? I need to think for overrated units next, because there's a lot of those. Maybe I'll just end the video now at like 9 minutes. I only went over like 3 underrated units. Honestly, it's so easy to get straight through it now, so that I don't think the Superman is really worth it. So I'm not gonna like him on this list. I don't know. Is there something else? If I can't think of something, I can tell them I'll send the video now. Let's see. Is there something that could actually work? Oh! Yeah, I remembered. I remembered something. The UTS. What? You might be thinking, I admit, for very skilled players, for like really skilled players who have like the old godly, then some really good stuff, you do not need the UTS. For somebody with an inventory like mine, you do not need the UTS. Like, you honestly don't. However, for players who, besides that, for people who UTS is like the first mythic, or even like, I don't know, even for people whose UTS is like the second mythic, if that previous mythic is like the glitch, or the red laser guy. Yeah, definitely, honestly, both the red laser mythics, the rose laser and the red laser, and the glitch, if you've had those guys before, and you get a UTS, you gotta replace one of them with the UTS. Because it's way better than all those units, because not only does it do more DPS than the glitch, although it doesn't do more DPS than the other two, it does AoE when you upgrade enough. Also, I'm pretty sure it costs a bit less. And it does AoE at later levels, which, by the way, it's a very cheap unit to upgrade. For a mythic, for upgrade time is actually pretty cheap to upgrade. Place an upgrade, it does a lot. And I mean a lot of damage. Like, no, it does really good AoE, that's what I meant. It does really good AoE damage. And that is really good. Like, you know, in my opinion, AoE units, even if they have a bit less CPS, are better. In my opinion, AoE units, even if they do less CPS, are better than single target units. For the main reason, just that AoE units get to hit a lot of different toilets. They get to hit multiple different toilets at a time. The single target units, they can only hit one toilet at a time. So honestly, it really does make AoE units a lot better, including the UTS. Now, definitely, I'd say the UTS is underrated, because for people who don't have like old godly and UTC, for people without different types of units, the UTS is actually very good. Like, it honestly does a decent, besides the CPS is pretty decent too. It's actually a very good mythic. It is honestly pretty good, to be honest. I used to use it for a while, until I just got arguably better stuff. Until I just got too good, and UTS just started not becoming useful anymore. I honestly just used it because it's a really good unit. And definitely underrated in my opinion. The Cinema Man is, honestly, that guy's perfectly rated. That is not a good unit at all. Yeah, if you've had the Cinema Man before, then definitely use UTS. That guy's way better. Less CPS, but less damage. But still, it might do less damage, but that cost makes up for it. Oh yeah, let's see. Do I have anything else? Am I just going to end the video? I don't know. I can't really think of anything on top of that. I mean, honestly, maybe Old Godly, to be honest. No, I meant New Godly. Honestly, New Godly is generally a pretty decent unit. Like, it's not that OP, though it's pretty decent, to be honest. Considering that not a lot of people actually use it, though. I'd say, I don't know, is that unit underrated, or is it just perfectly rated? Because, I mean, people use it, people like having it, you know. I don't know about that one. I don't really know. Oh! I just thought of one. No, it's at 50 rated. Yeah, I might change. Oh no! The Frost DJ Speaker Man. Honestly, that unit is still really good. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, fine, let's just end the video. I can't think of any more underrated units. Oh! I really hope you stayed. I really hope you did stay, because I thought of another one. The next underrated unit, and probably just going to be the last one since the video's getting kind of long anyway, is the Speaker Man. Now, you might be thinking, why? Like, bro, it's perfect. It's not a very good unit. Like, it's not good, and I agree. This isn't going on the list because it's good, because it's not good. Like, it's not. Even in my TTD unit 2 list, I had it like very low, because it is a bad unit, an objectively very bad unit. However, without it, you would not be able to get anything else. Well, yeah, players now that people have stuff, players can ask for free things. They can pay people in the trading plaza for free things, which can sometimes take a while. But yeah, it does work. Still, those people wouldn't have units to give if it wasn't for the Speaker Man. Nobody would be able to start out in this game without the Speaker Man. The Speaker Man is literally the main starter unit. It's the unit for beginners. Beginners wouldn't really be able to play this game without it. So I think for that reason alone, the Speaker Man is a bit, it's honestly underrated. Considering how good it is for people who just started the game, it's really good just for those players. Just for people who just started playing the game, unless they're willing to spend a lot of time in their life just begging for free stuff, and honestly just making a fool of themselves, because I honestly think beggars are stupid. You really shouldn't beg in the trading plaza. Oh, eventually you could probably get a legendary for free eventually. For most people, it does make you feel kind of stupid. It makes you kind of stupid, including me, honestly. Still, though, so that's beyond the point. I do think that the Speaker Man is honestly an underrated unit. And to be honest, I'm just done with this. Like, I'm honestly just done. I don't want to make any more of these. I think I'm done with underrated units. Also, I can think of one. I didn't even copy. I know I kind of got the inspiration of this video from Hopelass. I got this one from him. I didn't really copy anything of what he said, though. But, yeah. I think I'm just going to be done. It's already like 16 minutes. I'm just going to be done with this. Bye.